I'm appalled at what you said on that pod thing. It's disgusting.
This is the After the Show podcast. It's where we get honest and real with yo ass. So sit back, relax, have a blast, because it's time for the After the Show podcast.
Yeah, hello, here we go. It is Thursdays. KVJ After the Show podcast. Here we go, baby. One day to the weekend. Today's a fun day, though, because with March Madness going, I do kind of like the vibe. Good little day, maybe to go have lunch at a sports bar, watch some basketball action, maybe lay a bet, get a couple beers, get that weekend going a little bit early. That could be your plan.
I know a lot of people sit and watch the March Madness. I never got into it.
You know, I think what it is just kind of understanding it is inherently we like underdogs. And inherently when you watch a game and they've got a lot of them on, what only piques my interest, and I haven't really followed college basketball this year. A few games are on. I have a slight idea of kind of who's doing what, but to fill out a bracket last night, Cannon had me be like, okay, who's going out? I had no idea. I was just randomly picking because I knew who was the favorite.
Let me guess. Duke is picked to be in the top four.
Yeah.
I'm
pretty much every
since
year.
I was a kid, it's always been Duke.
They're
And
always
that
there.
school that sounds like Gorgonzola.
Gonzaga.
They're always in it.
Yeah.
And I always pick them because I love Gorgonzola cheese.
Yeah, that's
You're
their.
right.
That's it. That's the extent of our
Yeah.
knowledge.
In fact, Jimmy Kimmel had a joke. He was talking about that. He's like, is Gonzaga real, or are they just a made-up team that comes up every year when we do this basketball thing? He says it sounds fake, and no, it's a real school in Spokane, Washington, I believe.
Spokane.
Yeah, but they're basketball and nothing else, and that's what's unique about it. So I think what is fun about it is eyeing a possible upset and seeing if it can happen. If it weren't for upsets and if the favorites just won all these games, it wouldn't be anything that people talk about. But you have these shocking moments when a big team gets upset. Like a 2 seed loses to a 15. People are like, what? I can't believe it. And then, they talk about the bracket busters and now everything is thrown out the window. That's what's fun about it, because honestly, it's not necessarily about expertise in basketball. It's just kind of sometimes somebody goes on a run or they get lucky or shots fall or whatever might happen, that it's not like in football where you pretty much know with college football, this team likely is going to win. Basketball, you have crazy upsets, and it makes it exciting. So you don't have to know about the sport to fill out a bracket. In fact, what's funny is Grandma in our family, she beats me every year. Every year I'm getting beat by Grandma. And you know what? They even had it. We did one with Ocho, the dog, where we were putting food down. And we did this last year, 2 bowls, and had a team. Ocho beat me. So when you're losing to a Frenchie, then yeah, that's a tough look. So that's what's fun about it. So that kicks off today. And we're really kind of in the heart of it, where you've got just so many great events happening. The boat show is going on. That's one of those events where if I get a free complimentary ticket to go in, because it's $35 and I'm not going to spend, for the Queen and I $70 to go in for the right to buy more cocktails, because we're not getting a boat.
Has the price gone up? I thought I remembered the boat show being more affordable to get into.
I agree. I thought so as well. I don't think I've ever gone where I didn't get somehow a complimentary ticket. And they do pop up because it's so many vendors, and they ultimately want you there to try to buy boats.
Right.
So maybe the $35 is to discourage all the freaking losers from being there, and it would be so crowded that the people with the actual money to buy these boats wouldn't show up.
And by losers, you mean us.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm in the loser category. Yeah, because I'm a waste to them. Because
you're a wasted free ticket.
I am a waste of a body at that thing. They're just like, if they could weed me out, they would love it. In fact, they'd be like, Kev, don't come.
It'd be funny to go up to one of them and go, I got $500 right here. I want to put a down payment. What can I get? And they just beat your ass.
Yeah, so that is happening. You guys have the Seafood Fest in Boca on Saturday at Meister Park as well.
Do starting at noon.
Till we'll be there from noon to 2,
Noon
right?
to 2, yes.
Bacon and Bourbon is in Wellington.
Nice.
As well this weekend. So it's just a ton of stuff. We'll get to all that tomorrow.
How are we getting to this thing?
I think we're taking a station vehicle.
Okay, so I'll Uber here.
No, I'll come pick you up.
Okay, we'll work this out later.
All right.
No, this is great.
Because I have another event I have to go to on Saturday night, and I'm actually the MC for the gala, so I cannot show up drunk. And if I have the fun that I want to have at the Boca Seafood Festival, I'll be drunk. So I'm volunteering myself to be the designated driver for me and you down to Boca.
Sweet. I'm going to have fun.
So you're going to be ripped, and Virginia's going to be the sober driver.
Fuck yeah, it's great. Saturday, whoa.
What is your gala about, Virginia?
It is the Folds of Honor.
Yes.
It's a beautiful charity.
Yes, I love what they do.
They fallen soldiers that die in combat, they give scholarships to not just the children of that fallen soldier, but also the wife, so that the whole family can go to college and be able to support the family when the military serviceman has passed away, and 80% of the time he's the main breadwinner. You know, and the wife a lot of times hasn't worked or is home with the kids. Everybody's college gets paid for. She gets to go back to school. There was a family last year that came and told their story, and she went back to school. She was a stay-at-home mom. She got an accounting degree. Now she's an accountant. Like, just it changed the whole trajectory of their life, and it saved their lives.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's beautiful what they do. So, yeah, I'll be there on Saturday helping to raise money for Folds of Honor.
Okay. So we got busy weekends, and people want to know, is your girlfriend going to the seafood festival, Jaybird?
No, she will not be making this event.
Too bad.
Yeah, I know.
Because I got some questions for Honeyface.
And you'd have a long drive. You could just grill her the entire time.
Oh, no. Gardens de Boca with Virginia driving, and I'm drinking, and oh, fuck, yeah, it'd be rough.
Yeah. Imagine how that trip would go, huh?
You tell Honeyface that she is always welcome on our adventures.
Okay.
I will, okay.
Did she like them Bigfoot earrings I got for her?
She did love them. I told you she loved them.
I know. I just wanted you to tell me on the air.
Oh, okay, got you.
I want everybody to know.
She loved them.
Michael had an interesting idea. He said, so after yesterday's ATS, you were talking about lie detector tests. I think you need to put everybody on that test. It's a perfect opportunity for Virginia to ask Jaybird about Honeyface on a lie detector test. I'm sure you have a connection with somebody that will help you out with this journey.
See, this is the problem. We have been trying to get a lie detector person in here for quite a long time. We have so many bits we wanted to do a lie detector test with. No one will do it.
We had a guy back in the day.
And he would do it, and it makes sense why no one else would do it, to be quite honest with you, because I'm not sure that guy was completely all right.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I don't even know if that guy should have been on a microphone. But yeah, we have looked into it. I have called so many places. In fact, they shut it down as soon as you go, I do a radio click. They don't.
Yeah, they don't want shenanigans.
Unless you're Howard Stern, they're not going to do it. And a lot of times, if they're doing the radio stuff, they're almost kind of doing a bit or an act. They're not even doing their real practice because they don't want to. They don't want to fuck it up. It's kind of like the nudist perspective. They don't want to take away the purity out of it.
When you go KVJ, you lose credibility.
You going goofy, exactly.
Yeah, I get it. Look.
Yeah, our audience will love it, but everyone in your career field, you'll never get a job again.
Professional suicide.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. That's what I've been told.
I believe it.
Got some emails here on the THC drinks. This one said, I heard you guys talking about them, and tell Jaybird to try North High Tonics. Got the blood orange mango there with 10 milligrams of THC in it.
Ooh, blood mango. Oh, I would like that.
Yeah, and a 4-pack is around $16, so about $4 a can is what you're going to pay for that. Berenguer says that, a little bit more affordable than that nowadays that you would have for $70 a bottle. And then Jesse said, I am an avid smoker. Daily usage of carts, mostly to reduce stress and anxiety after work and help me sleep. I learned about nowadays at a wine expo in Marietta, Georgia last fall. I purchased their seltzers, 5 milligrams per can, so that's half of what Berenguer just talked about. And the bottle of the low dose, the 5 milligram per shot, 5 milligram shot helped take the edge off and relax. And I noticed the effects within 20 minutes. I like the vibe, different from smoking. I felt loose, but not like wasted high. And I will definitely be purchasing again.
Yeah, they had 3 different levels you could go, like the 5%, the medium, and the big boy.
You went big boy.
I went big boy.
Come on.
I went big boy.
Big
What
boy
am
Pennington.
I here for?
But no, they're right. It wasn't. You weren't like, "Well, man, I can't believe it. I'm so high." It was a very relaxed. Mm-hmm. And again, I'm not getting paid by these people either.
Right.
I'm just reporting.
But you would like to get paid by these people if they're listening.
I mean, yeah, it'd be great.
Says basically the bottle has a total of 25 ounces, so a total of 125 milligrams for roughly $60 or $240 per 5 milligram shot is what you're paying for the nowadays.
Yeah. Look, I mean, I think it's one of those things. On a night you want to splurge a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
If that's how you get down. Now, some people may drink it and go, "Man, this shit is a whack."
What is the buzz? Explain it.
See, this is why it's a little tough because I wasn't getting like smashed, but I did have a nice, relaxed whiskey buzz before I had tried it.
Oh, so you've convoluted the buzz.
I've been upfront about that.
He's not a proper test subject in this instance.
I need to know what it is without any whiskey.
Yeah, you know where to go get it then.
No, I don't want to do it. I want you to do it and tell me.
Okay, dance, bird, dance.
And bring that honey face.
Good gosh.
D said, I heard Kevin ask how THC drinks are being sold legally. The trick is they advertise THC in big letters, but in tiny print, they specify it's usually Delta 8, Delta 9, or CBD, none of which really work, in my opinion, and I've tried them all. If you want something stronger, THCA is the closest thing to real marijuana, and they sell it in regular smoke shops alongside those weaker products. I just want to share my 2 cents on it.
Yeah, Delta 8 doesn't do diddly dick for me.
Okay.
But that's just me, though. Mm-hmm. I bet if Virginia hit some Delta 8, she'd be flying, Kev.
I'm scared of it.
Which is pretty funny to me.
I can't do I'm so scared.
I don't know. Like
I love it when people are. Never mind.
I just don't understand it.
Yeah, but I mean, I've seen you party like a rock star. For you to be scared of weed,
I know,
it's
yeah.
fucking ridiculous.
Of all the other substances that have gone into your body,
I'm going weeds.
this is the one that's got you freaked out.
Weed's tricky, Kev.
I mean, I've seen you, and the weed. I can't. The weed.
I just can't. Got to draw a line somewhere.
I know. That's what she's scared of.
I'm terrified of gateway drugs. I like the ones that are real drugs. Those I know, but the ones that are kind of weak ass, I don't know. And after you've done some marijuana, when the munchies hit you and you want pizza, you'd heard a little hype about Mr. 01, Mr. 01, I don't know what the hell it is, but whatever the name of this pizza place is, it's all over South Florida that was getting some hype and a lot of convoluted reviews. It's everything from I get a good one, then a terrible one, a good one, terrible one. I've never seen ping pong back and forth so much.
Welcome to the pizza world, my friend.
Jason in Deerfield says, just to let you know, there is a Mr. 01 Pizza within walking distance of Meisner Park, which is where you'll be for the Boca Raton Seafood Festival.
Even if you bring up Domino's, you're going to get so many people, shitty pie, and then you're going to have some soldiers that go, I love Domino's. It's great. What are you talking about? Even something on that level, you know, mom and pops, I always hold in a high regard when it comes to pizza. And I'm a person that I do like Domino's. I like Pizza Hut. I like Papa John's. When they're done at the best of their ability, I think they can hit and be delicious. Mm-hmm. Is it my go-to? No.
Yeah.
But do I think they have a place in the world? Absolutely.
If you could pick any pizza, you wouldn't pick Domino's.
I wouldn't, no.
Or Pizza Hut. But, you know, all things are not always equal.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're at your house and you want a Beats, but they don't deliver.
Well, there's times, even with the frozen food world, frozen pizzas, I know Totino's is not a good pizza. I know it's slutty pizza. It's just
It's gross.
but
It's bottom of the barrel.
but sometimes, man, you just want a little bit of a slutty pizza. I don't know. You want to
wanna
be
go trolling.
You want to be an alley cat.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what to tell you.
You want to be a trash panda.
You do. You want. There's something about every now and then I crave being a bit of a trash panda.
Okay.
No, you don't get that.
No.
I think you do get it. You're just being a little too Tequesta right now.
I'll go with you. I will ride with you for Domino's and Pizza Hut. I will not ride with you for Totino's.
No, I'm not saying don't look at it as a Totino's thing. I'm saying just the idea of wanting to be an alley cat and just eat something that's not great for you, greasy, shitty.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
It better fucking taste good, though.
Well,
and
you
that's
just-
the problem that I have with Totino's. It doesn't taste good.
Yeah, we don't have to turn this into a war on Totino's. I'm just saying that the vibe of a Totino's.
Fuck Totino's.
That alley cat. Yeah, well, you know what? Fuck this thing.
I'll get down now. If you want to cheat and have some Taco Bell or a cheeseburger, yeah, I'm there.
Yeah, you don't get my fucking point at all.
Totino's tastes like ass.
Yeah, we got that.
David noticed something on the after the show on Monday. Jaybird was somewhat coming to the defense of how Miami people act. And not even 6 months ago, if somebody mentioned Miami, Bird would have trashed their vanity and narcissism.
Not true.
It's
not true.
Could it be that Bird's secret girlfriend is from the Miami area and that could have caused his change of heart?
No.
Oh.
I trash trendy South Beach shit. I don't trash Miami. I played baseball with guys in Miami that were all around. I get confused and then yelled at when I say Kendall's Miami, and I
Yeah.
definitely don't trash Kendall because
Right.
I know people who live there.
Lovely
it's
place,
the South Beach shit I trash. Let's pay $18,000 for a couple pieces of
Yeah.
chicken and a bottle of wine.
If my perception suits me correct, I think your trendy place now is kind of like the Brickell area, where the South Beach almost kind of has maybe an older person vibe.
Yeah, South Beach used to be the hot spot. I think you're right. I think it's now Brickell.
Yeah.
But I remember us talking about Brickell and us saying it was Miami. You guys don't know what the shit you're talking about. Brickell is not Miami.
There's a lot of old money on Miami Beach now.
So
It's not popping and young, especially South Miami Beach.
Yeah, because I thought Miami was this big, large area, and then I just thought South Beach was a subset of Miami.
You have it's like West Palm, it's like Broward. You've got the city, like West Palm itself is not massively that huge. It's, you always talk about West Palm, but then you're probably talking Palm Beach Gardens or you're talking Lake Worth or something like that that's centered around it. And the same thing with Lauderdale and also the same thing with Miami. So yeah, you've got the Miami itself, but they've all got separate mayors too. Like Miami has a mayor, Miami Beach has a mayor. So they're all like little different towns. Now Brickell is within Miami. And so that's a street, in Miami. So to me, I'd say that's Miami.
I don't jive with, city life, going out to trendy clubs and bars. That's just not the way I roll. But
Yeah.
if it's a residential area that's got cozy restaurants, I like that part of Miami.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of other little, like the Dorals and the Hialeahs and all that stuff. You'd find a lot of cool little tucked out of the way places you'd love.
I'd love to do a pizza tour down. I just never get down there. And people always say there's so much great, not only pizza, restaurants in general.
There is. It's just, it's such a haul. I mean, getting anywhere in South Florida, it takes you an hour to 90 minutes to go anywhere.
Don't you like, I thought you liked some kind of snail crab bullshit down there.
I do. I enjoy the culinary diversity. I really like Calle Ocho has some great food on there.
What's the one your daughter loves? She said it was one of her favorite restaurants.
Is it Nobu?
No, it was one you always talk about as well. And I thought that was it, what Virginia just said.
Down by Calle Ocho?
Is there like a ceviche?
Ceviche?
Ceviche.
That's what it is, I
That's
think.
a food.
No, that's not the restaurant I'm talking about. We'll talk
Cholo
about
Soy?
That's what it was.
That's in
West
West
Palm?
Palm.
That
Yeah,
one.
and they serve ceviche.
Gotcha.
Cholo Soy is delicious. I went there and I loved it.
The word of mouth on that place is good.
Yeah, you know what it is? It's modern cuisine. It's not typical traditional Mexican food. It's modern and it is bright and delicious and fresh and lovely. I am a big fan of Cholo Soy. Mm-hmm. I didn't even know what it was. I just thought it was like, like Rancho Chico or like a Mexican restaurant traditional. No, they are elevated.
Yeah, it's a cool little vibey place. Those are cool places to find. That's what we're looking for here. Got an email from Daisy, and she said, I heard somebody write in a few weeks back regarding the Cognizant Classic in regard to not doing as well as the Honda Classic, and I was wondering what your thoughts are on this. My friend signed up to be a volunteer for an afternoon shift, and upon getting all of her information for her job, they said she would be volunteering and check-in would start at 6 a.m. That's when she had to be there. She would get out at 6 p.m. Then on top of the 12-hour shift, they were made to pay $100 just to volunteer.
What?
Yeah, they got a shirt and they got to keep it, and they did give them food vouchers for their shifts, but don't these tournaments make giant charity donations after the tournament is over? Do you think the volunteers should be made to pay that much? I don't know what it is from tournament to tournament, but yeah, that's kind of insane. I'm not paying
A volunteer
$100.
shift should never be 12 hours either.
Yeah, I don't know.
What?
Look, I'm rooting for it because I would love for us to have a good golf tournament. We should. It's kind of odd that I think Florida has like the most golf courses of any state in the country, but we don't necessarily have those big tournaments here in this state. And it would be nice to see a really big one here. And I think, unfortunately, the now Cognizant Classic, I think it's heading in the wrong direction. And I don't know how much longer that thing will be around because I heard some stories that I won't go into too much detail about, but just a lot of bad organization.
Yeah.
Maybe the same person that put their volunteer program together is the team that's organizing the event, because that doesn't sound like a very smart way to retain volunteers.
No, and I hadn't heard anything about the volunteers until that email, but I had heard other things from people that were down around and working with it, and they're just like, this thing is a hot mess.
That sucks. You volunteer and you're out money.
You have to pay $100 to volunteer and you do a 12-hour shift. That is lunacy. You'll have a really hard time with volunteer retention.
Yeah, and that sounds kind of par for the course on everything else I heard.
Par for the course.
Oh.
That's a great time to use that saying right there, Virginia.
Look at you. You're such a DJ right now.
Well, when it comes to references, it's always a hole in one with that guy.
Well played.
He's never in the rough.
Well played.
I'll do this all day.
It'll be like a 12-hour volunteer shift.
Oh, I will forget that we're even broadcasting, and I would do this game all day long.
An interesting thought from Maria. We were talking earlier about some of the TikTok videos that are out there from millennials that are upset at their parents because their parents don't want to watch their kids, or at least do it for free. And there are different videos of one, just my parents are not available. They want to live their life. How dare they? Or other people saying, yeah, my parents are like, hey, look, we had other stuff we want to do, and it's only fair that you pay us. And Maria's thought on this, she said, the flip side to grandparents not wanting to watch the grandkids could be also the way the parents are raising the kids. Keep in mind, there's a big generational difference on discipline. Now, between, if you look at the Gen X or boomers versus even the millennials to Gen Z, back in the day, we were taught to be respectful and not to talk back to adults. And if we were disrespectful or talked back to, we got our ass whooped. Can't do that now. Kids got too much power. They'll pull out a camera and film you.
Or they might whoop your ass.
You're right. Now it seems like kids are out of control and parents can't control their own damn kids, let alone expecting grandparents to be able to give them a correction and like they're actually going to listen. And then parents, you know what they do? They get upset if anybody else tries to discipline their kids. So imagine that if you had that situation where you had a kid that's not disciplined by the parents, and then the grandparents get in trouble if they try to discipline the kid. I'd be like, I'm out too. Also, some parents I've noticed don't like other people to give corrections to their kids, and they take offense even if the correction is coming from the grandparents. I'm not a grandparent, but I get both sides of the argument.
The one thing that pisses me off, and I ain't got kids, so it's always an interesting perspective. When a parent knows their kid is absolutely in the wrong and they still are going to defend the kid to a point where you go, well, your kid was just taking a baseball bat and hitting someone else's car with it. How are you defending?
Well, that was the rant I went on.
Fucking behavior.
I went on the rant. We had the perfect example this week of the track girl that clubbed the other girl in the head with her baton. And immediately, first off, the thing that I noticed was she gave this girl a concussion, a possible skull fracture. The girl or the parents did not go over to apologize after the match. Then right after the match, the girl did a video saying, yeah, maybe she was hurting the physical, but you guys coming at me are hurting my mental, and my mental is just as important. And then to double down, after all that, they had a rally with 50 people, including her parents and all of her friends and family, saying, you go, girl, we got your back. She's like, I can't believe anybody would think I would do this. Everyone who's seen the video knew what you did and your intentions of it. You had the baton up over your head and clubbed her down with it.
As she was passing you and beating you in the race, which you obviously had a problem with.
This is the extreme version of what we're talking about right now with parents, family, enabling. I said, you're doing such a disservice to this girl because she will live her whole life and she will pass on to her kids that you never will do anything wrong in your life.
And even for argument's sake, let's say it was an accident, because I don't think it was an accident, but I did see some people arguing that. Let's say it was an accident. You still weren't the victim here. Right. Someone else was hurt because of your accident, so you got to take your lumps and say you're sorry. And you don't become the victim at that point.
There's always a race now. What people do is to declare themselves the bigger victim. We have this victim mentality that is running rampant in America, and that's what the competition is when you have a situation like this, it's a race and almost a PR battle to see who can come off and spin it as them being the bigger victim, because then the other person's feelings don't matter at all. I won this, and everybody give me the attention.
Now, let's not get it twisted. I'm not talking about real victims, but I'm saying victimhood is a very, very big cash cow now. You can make quite a lot of money being some kind of victim of sorts.
Yeah, absolutely. And so that might be a point where maybe these grandparents are like, you know what? I feel younger than my parents did before me. I've got energy. I don't need to sit around the house all day long trying to chase after a kid that's going to be disrespectful and nasty to me anyway. So, you know, I'm going to live my life. You guys figure out your daycare situation.
Basically, I'm aging out of Earth.
Yeah, grandparents don't feel as old as our grandparents felt. I think they want to get out there and have some fun still, because it's not like it was 20 years ago.
I tell you what, though, I've said it before. It's so. It kind of jumps out at you when a little kid is polite and has manners now. It's not as common as it used to be.
Well, you want to talk about separating yourself now in the new society? That's really going to be it, because, you know, maybe it's because I'm the old boomer dad, but if I had two people in front of me, the person who has those kind of manners and that kind of attitude, and I can see that, I'm hiring them all day long. And you know what? And you could actually have a lot less in your credentials in your resume.
Yeah.
And I'm going to hire you over the person that has more, because they probably actually lied about their resume anyway.
Kids having manners, Kevin. You're so out of touch.
I know I am, and I love it.
I know, right?
I love being out of touch, because I don't want to be in touch with what this new society is.
Vacant. They can't look people in the eye.
Yeah, now
everybody's socially awkward and can't discuss.
When you call me old and out of touch, I'm like, thank you very much.
It's a compliment.
Yeah.
Happy to be here. And so for people who are old and out of touch, if you'd like a bird feeder, Michelle C's got some advice here. Says, I know Jaybird talks about seeing cardinals and a sign of loss of loved ones. I put these bird feeders out in my front and backyard, and I get the cardinals often. It's usually early morning and at dusk. I'm working from home today, and these two showed up as I'm snapping pics. Yeah, when I see the pair, I think of my grandma and grandpa, who were married 62 years. Sometimes two males will show up, and I believe it's my grandpa and my daddy.
Aww.
Now, does it say what city she lived in? Is she in Florida?
What's her favorite color, Kev?
Well, I asked that.
Red for the Cardinal.
You have got a lot of nerve, lady.
I do have a lot of nerve.
You do.
I'm known for it.
Because I was just talking last Weird and Whatever with Beckett, which, funny enough, he didn't even know I had that bird feeder, the one that can film stuff. He brought that in for the Tech It with Beckett. And he didn't know I even had
You
that.
already own it.
Yeah. And he even said, he goes, I never see cardinals. And that cat's always out in nature. And I'm just wondering if it's a regional thing. I know we have cardinals here in South Florida, but I see a fuck ton way more Blue Jays than cardinals.
I saw a bunch of them at Roger Dean.
I mean, it's such a dad joke. It hits.
I like it. Terrible
It
sports.
hurts or it hits?
Terrible sports comedy's my thing.
I do.
We're getting a lot of it today. And I'm enjoying it.
When people do bad sports.
Yeah, getting a lot of it today. I love it. That's fantastic. All right. Well, speaking of which, I'm off to watch some basketball, see what kind of bets my son Cannon's laying down.
Good luck. I hope you don't lose the house.
Yeah. God love it. I hope that's the case.
Or get Cannon pulls in tomorrow with a brand new Lamborghini.
Yeah, he was pulling the he didn't feel very well last night move, so I got to go home to see if he was able to convince his mom that he was sick enough to stay home.
He's home.
He's got that gambler's flu.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's home and he's watching the game.
Oh, I feel terrible.
And now you're going to take him to the sports bar.
I don't buy that stuff. He ain't going to the sports bar. That ain't happening. Daddy don't play that. I'm not the sucker in that house. All right, y'all, enjoy. We'll see you back here on Friday. Make sure you go and vote for our events bracket, too.
Yes.
Because we're going to be flipping that pretty quick.
Please vote for the Crawfish Festival, where the Value Meal Killer and the Snack Pack will be on stage in just a matter of weeks.
Yeah.
April 5th at 6 p.m.
Danny said,
right.
stop promoting Snap Pack. We're losing votes.
How is it counterproductive?
All right, y'all. Have a good one. We'll see you later.